just wanted to bring this to the light, man. Young brothers, we got to get it right. We got to get it together, man. It's sad. It's so sad, right? It's so sad when we look at the current state that our young brothers are in. We look at the current state that the young black man is accepting, right? Being young, being in my mid-20s, and understanding that time flies like this, but knowing that when I was young, I made logical decisions on what I wanted to do, what I wanted to be, and my thoughts was calculated. I have to consider that when I'm talking to a lot of young men who may be out there looking for a way, who may be out there looking for an expression, looking for who to be. And number one, understanding the bigger picture. The bigger picture is this, man. This system is set up to destroy us. I know I harp and I harp on this, but this system is rigged to a point, or modified to a point, to cause us to end up in certain positions, or cause where only certain individuals of us can get to certain positions. And that's just the truth of it. The scripture talks about woe to the city that was built upon blood. Well, this is one of those cities that was built upon blood. This is one of those places, one of those those habitations that was built upon blood. The blood of your ancestors, the blood of others' ancestors, and the blood of many. So this is very important. We got to understand that if a place was built upon such polluted, toxic, distorted, low, so much death, so much stealing, so much lying, so much degrading morals, that we can't expect a system that didn't let go of its original foundation to function different in essence. It's the same system. So if this system is the same system, why do we look for a different outcome? Why do we look for why do we try to put this system in a different lens and say, well, this system ain't what it used to be? The system is the same system. The system is just grown to know how to do things differently but get its same accomplishments. Now, we came here, and I know different people have different opinions on this, but at the end of the day, whatever your opinion is, black people was here as slaves, right? Whatever your opinion is, black people were here as slaves. Black people, or people of African American or Negroid descent, have been under the oppression of a people that came here to this land, and this oppression has carried on from the time we were on slaves. We were slaves and on auction blocks and fields, and being whipped, being tortured, being brutalized by this specific people. Then you expect for this society to be totally different. Well, I come here to say that it don't work like that. It just don't work like that. Now, again, like I have to put this disclaimer in every video that I make that's in alignment with what I'm talking about. I'm not saying that every single person that come from the descent of the people that did that is just completely evil. It doesn't work like that. And I know we have people that have a radical perspective that that's how that works. It doesn't work like that. But the truth of the matter is, just as the principle in the scriptures where the Most High said, Jacob have I loved, Esau have I hated, we got to understand that it's a reason why the Most High said he just totally separated himself from a complete lineage and generation, because a mindset was passed down to the seed to treat this other seed a certain type of way. I wanted to use that analogy. That's important. But again, we can't expect a system that was built upon all these different things just to be totally different. It just don't work like that. So let's get to a point. Self-hate has become so prevalent amongst the African American community with the young men. It's crazy. Number one, we don't have an identity of who we are. We don't know who we are. So what's the easiest thing to do? Take the identity that the oppressor tells you, this is what I accept. Whether you want to accept that or not, that's the truth. That's how it worked. That's how it happened. If you look at major record labels and you look at some of the interviews or recordings of some of these artists going there and performing before their record label is a room full of people of a different demographic background than them. And they juking and jiving and dancing. And guess what their lyrics are talking about? Killing their own people. Running through all the women of their people, getting money, robbing, stealing, everything that could degrade us as a people, we embrace. And guess what? These major corporations or units or entities that represent themselves for these specific companies that push this stuff out to our community, when you listen to their demographics music, their music is about restoring family. They about accumulating wealth within their nation, their nationality. They're about establishing principles and morals that's going to continue their people. But guess what we do? We continue to utilize these same degrading elements that they have infiltrated into our communities, and we allow this to be our way of feeling successful. And it's a shame of where we've gotten. Right? It's a shame of the position that we found ourselves in as a people. We've had all these people rise up generation after generation, and even in that, young brother, my brother, you need to go look into your history and stop just living. Understand that things are the way they are because something had to happen to get it that way. It's a reason why you feel so inferior being yourself. But the thing that's gotten so bad is we've done so bad in being inferior that we've started to accept the stereotypical terms and phrases and perspectives that the oppressor has had to give us in order for him to have a sense of comfort in his mind that you are monkey. You have animal-like behavior, right? They said at one point that you was 2/3 of a human being. Right? So imagine a people being told this for so long, and these people taking this from generation to generation for a person to feel like, well, a parent to feel like, I don't want my child to go out there and get hurt. So don't be confident. Don't show a level of confidence, because when they seen confident men, even in one era of time when it came down to the African American demographic, they would break them, they would rape them, they would beat them, they would rip them to pieces, they would do different things to torture them. So it's important for us to know and to understand that when it come down to these things, we have to know how to apply ourselves properly, because we've been taught so long to hide who we are and to hide or to express any form of confidence, that this has become a domino effect to who we are today. So now we've become prideful in expressing, okay, you said I'm an animal, I'm gonna show you an animal. I'm a savage, I'm a goon, I'm a thug. I ain't fearing no man. But the man that you saying you not fearing, you talking about killing your brother. Then in your music, you also talking about running from the people that brought you here, or the people that had you as slaves. Now look at the continual slavery. Not to mention the prison, the school to prison pipeline. Look that up. When we look in the black demographic and look into how these people statistics lay out in comparison to other races and nationalities, we will see a big difference. There's a big difference to the point where these people, they feel so indifferent about who they are that now it's like, man, hey, I'm gonna express what it look. I'm gonna take on the mind and be a rebel. And this is the thing. We have created systems of having stripes and honor based off of being these things. I'm talking about robbing your own kind. We've created codes and morals on not snitching on each other. Even if I seen this dude take a gun, he's shooting at his ops. His ops is close to some little kids. He shot a little girl in the head, but because I'm sticking to the code and I done made an oath to live a certain type of way and to live by these standards and principles, now I can't say nothing, not even to give justice to this family that done lost their little baby girl or their little baby boy only because I'm trying to uphold morals with a brother who just hurt and traumatized, who've lived his childhood life, and now they continue to curse in these people's bloodline by taking their children away from them. Now the young brother, because his sister then got killed, now he grew up with anger and rage. He get in the game because that gang who accidentally shot his sister, now he like, man, I hate them. I want to kill them. Now, where did all this original beef start from? A lot of times these brothers don't even know. They don't even know. You don't know why you so angry with your brother. You can say what you want about this inherently is the people that we beef with, but at the end of the day, it don't work like that. It don't go like that, man. So it's so much that as a people we have to unwind, and we have to be truthful about, man. We hurt. We are broken people that's just looking for a place, and a lot of times we don't ever find a place. So we express what we feel through savagery. And we express it on each other because we feel like we have a deep encoded fear that they've planted into us not to express that to them, so we do it to each other. But the truth of the matter is, none of that will bring a true a balance within us that'll make us feel better as a people. We really need to take the time to go and heal. We really need to take the time to slow down and say, man, why do I think like this? Why do I have so much anger? And we need to touch on them places that's been broken and shattered, or our birthrights of having our parents, or our birthrights of having a certain level of peace and just being able to live a childhood life. Why certain things happen to you, you gotta go revisit. You gotta visit that. So, man, much high to y'all, much love, man. May Yahuwah continue to be with you. It's your brother Zamar. Man, I hope you understand what I'm trying to get at. I'm just trying to give you a perspective on how to think and understand why we're in the position that we're in as a people. Much ahad to y'all, much love. In the name of Yahushua Mashiach. Hallelujah.